Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. My channel name is Alba Stitcher, and this is a channel about cross stitch. First of all, how is everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Today is Monday the 21st of June. I am a little bit surprised we're already kind of careering towards the end of June, but yeah, life is moving on, things are happening, so yeah. I hope you're all well. Things here in Scotland, first of all, we have had quite nice weather again, which is both unusual, but it's very much welcomed. And in terms of the coronavirus, there's a big push now to get everyone vaccinated. I believe everyone over the age of 18. And we've not had any major changes to the situation with regards to restrictions. It's the same as the last video. It's been about 2.5 weeks since my last recorded. I have moved away from the schedule of every second weekend. At the moment, it's fitting in better for me that I try and squeeze the video in during the week at some point. So yeah, it's like a little surprise, I think. I have quite a few Stitchy shows to share with you, and I've just dawned on me that I've left some next door. So I'm just going to pause for a second. Now I'm organised. Because I have some finishes to share with you that I've had back from the finishers. So I wanted to gather them up. So as I was saying, I hope you're all doing okay. I'm doing fine. Work is work, as it always is. But I'm managing to fit in quite a lot of stitchy time here and there, which has been quite good. I've had quite a productive 2.5 weeks, I think, anyway. What else have I got for you this week? I have some haul. I want to talk about a SAL that I'm co-hosting with Kim, the Contented Stitcher. So hi, Kim. I also have another giveaway this week. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll just get started. I'm sure I'll remember some stuff. So first of all, let me talk a little bit about my finishes that I have. I have 2 finishes to share with you. The first one is the June stocking. Here it is here. And this is the Blackbird design. This is the June stocking, and this is honeysuckle vine. It's stitched using the called for threads, and this fabric is 30 count Mariner's Map. I remember, yeah, I think it is. And I love this kind of colour combination. In fact, you will see a piece of haul that I have, and I think it's exactly these colours. Now the thing is, as you know, I'm working on these one a month for this year. I have so far, I think, 6 finished because I did one extra as a gift. And I thought I might share all 6 of them when I'm going through my finishes. I really enjoy doing them. Next year, so I've enjoyed it so much that I'm even planning what monthly kind of, it's not quite an ornament. They're probably just a little bit bigger than an ornament, but they're actually not time consuming. So see, as a monthly, kind of like a monthly marker for me anyway. I find it very, very good. It's a lovely point in the month that I just decide, okay, let's get the threads, let's get started and get it done. Then when I have 2, I send them to the finishers and then I get them back, and I love that whole momentum. So I've already chosen my July stocking, and I'm doing this as a hashtag. It's a stitch along with Shelley X Stitch here on Flosstube and Instagram. Yeah, if you follow the hashtag, then you will see all that we've done together. But it's been really good, and I've really enjoyed it. So that is my June stocking finished, which is pretty good. And my other finish that I have is this piece here. I don't know if anyone remembers this piece. This is Avlia Mediterranean folk embroidery. This piece is stitched on 32 count Belfast linen in antique white, and it's the 2 called for threads, which is shell pink and copper. I think that's the colour that's listed in the chart. But I started this a little while ago. I have quite a few smalls that I just need to wrap up. That's it. I just need to wrap them up. I have so much I want to stitch. Yeah, I have so much, so I want to try and get some smalls out the way. And this was one that was just kind of sitting, languishing, not really being touched, half done. I had like one part done. So the last couple of days, I think, I've just tried to pick it up and get it finished. And actually the stitching of it was fine, but I left all the back stitching to the end. And normally I have no issue with back stitching. But yeah, I should have left it all to the end, but last night I finished it, so I was really pleased about that. So they were my 2 finishes. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this one. I did think about having a small pillow made, but I would send it to the finishers, but I had something in my idea where I wanted grey. You know, the grey velveteen from Lady Dot Creates, but it's like gold dust trying to find it. And I did think maybe grey would look nice, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that was my other finish in the last 2.5 weeks, which I was really pleased about. But I also stitched on quite a few projects as well. So let me get organised. The first thing I will show you is the Blackbird, the Brenda and Laura Blackbird weekend. The first weekend of the month, they normally organise it that we all stitch on something Blackbird. And I also like to partake in that because I have a number of Blackbirds, as you know, which I started during May. So I did a few more stitches, and this is Merry Christmas, which is the first one in the Christmas Sampler series by Blackbird Design. And I just put in some more stitches. I didn't actually stitch that much that very first weekend in June. So I'm hoping that over the next few weekends, first weekends of the month, I'll get a little bit more done. It's not a huge sampler, so I'm hoping I'll get it wrapped up. But yeah, now this is the call for threads for sure, but the fabric, I'm not sure what the fabric is, but I think the tag is still on it. So if you bear with me, yeah, this is R&R, 32 count French roast. It's a lovely fabric to stitch upon. So yeah, I would have liked to have gotten the whole line of the alphabet finished, but I didn't. Yeah. So yeah, I worked on that. So I worked on that just, I think actually even at the weekend I only worked on it the one day, but at least I worked on it. That's the most important thing. I've also worked on my other sampler, and I'll maybe just pop out the top part of this Q-snap so that you can see it. Yeah. That's better, and then you can see how much I've done, because if I kept it all in there you wouldn't be able to see anything. So yeah, so this is the Mary Catherine Harris, and that's how far I am. So I'm hoping that possibly in the next, before the next video, I could have a finish. Now this is stitched on 32 count red pair. Yeah, 32 count red pair. It's with the called for threads, which I think is 3865 and 3799, I think. But yeah, I'm now down at the zebra, which is great. It's a great stitch, and I would like to give a shout out to Alison, who is the Stitching Whippet on Instagram. She recently completed this on a beautiful gold colour. The fabric was fabulous. She did it in supersonic time. If I would just focus on things instead of jumping around. I've been easily distracted, I think, the last couple of weeks with my stitching. Normally 2 stitching sessions and then I'm up onto the next thing. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress. It's a lovely stitch. If anyone is stitching it, I would love to see your progress if you share it on the hashtag. It wasn't started by myself. I have a feeling it was started by Deanna, Darling Whimsy and Designs, I think. But yeah, the Zebra Sampler Sal. So I'm hoping that will be a finish in the not too distant future. Yeah, so if you just bear with me, I'll put this away. I also stitched in the last 2.5 weeks on this one. This was a project that I found languishing in amongst my projects, and I think I started it. When did I start it? I'm not sure exactly when I started it. I have a feeling I might have started it way back in January or February. This is a Lizzie Kate. Now I picked this up on the 13th of the month for dark 13 stitching. I had at that time, I think, only just one word stitched. I think it was this word here, last. And I picked it up and I put some more stitches in it. I have never participated in kind of dark 13 stitching just because. So I thought, that might encourage me to try and get this one a little bit more progress in it. And it's actually the Lizzie Kate Mystery Sampler, Spooked. I don't know if you've all seen it. This is it here. It comes in 3 parts. I have all 3 parts. And I'm working actually on part 2. It's not even part 1 I started on. I don't know why I started in the centre. That's quite unusual for me in recent months. Normally I start top left. So this is it here. And as you can see, I'm just in the middle block with all the words. So yeah, for some reason I picked this up, did a little bit of stitching on it. The threads that I'm using are the called for overdyes, and the fabric is Zweigart 32 count vintage mocha, I think. I'm sure it is. It's not a hand dyed, because hand dyes are becoming more and more difficult to get a hold of. So yeah, I worked on that just for a very, very short time, but I liked it. It was, Lizzie Kates are always nice and easy, and I have the full pack with the beads and everything, so when it's done it'll look nice. It'll certainly not be done for this October, but who knows when I'll get it done. So yeah, I worked on that. And finally, the final project that I worked on is this one here. And I can see I just stopped mid stitch for some reason. I was just like, oh yeah, I've had enough. My eyes are sore, I'm tired, whatever it is. So yeah, this is Flea Market Flowers by Laurie Holt, and this is the 32 count Petty Point natural linen, and I'm just using the DMC, and that's how far I've gotten. I was short of a thread for the leaves for the flowers, so that's now come in, so I will be able to pick this up, and this is probably the project I will pick up tonight to work on. I like it on the spotted fabric. I have liked stitching on it, but it does take quite a bit of time. As I've said numerous, I am not a fast stitcher. Pretty slow. I work on a Q-snap. I use my Lowry stand. I don't stitch in hand. I wish I could. So it's slow. And I see some people who are already finished theirs and they all look great. I've been following the hashtag, but mine will be a longer term project. I hope to have it finished before the end of the year, but I just think I'm going to work on it block at a time. So I will finish this block today and I'll maybe start the next block. But yeah, it's a really good stitch. So yeah, that's all the stitching that I worked on in the last 2.5 weeks. And to be fair, I think I worked on a fair bit. I didn't make masses amount of progress on everything, but it was quite good to touch quite a few projects and get a couple of finishes. I always like that. So yeah, that was good. Let me see. I'll consult my list of things. Okay, I have some projects back from the finishers that I would like to share with you. Now, as you know, I've been using Lynn, who's the Lancashire stitcher, on Flosstube, and on Instagram she is Mrs. B 1968. I think that's what her name is on Instagram. But she has a finishing service. I've used it several times now, for all different types of projects. Today I've got a flat fold to share with you. She also did some lacing for me, and I have a few more stockings, and I thought I would like to show you all the stockings so far. We're halfway through the year. I thought it might be quite nice to show you all the stockings that we have so far. So let me start with the flat fold. Now, this is my flat fold. And she put some trim on it. I had given her the year. I wanted to put the year on everything this year. So you will see this is a chart by Hands On Design. And it's called Safe Harbour. And I gifted this to Alice, Honeybee Stitcher. Alice, I'm sorry if that's wrong on your Instagram. I will link you below. And then she did it as a giveaway on Debbie Creatively Yours channel. So that was really good. Let's just share all the love. So this is my little finish. My plan is that I want to have it on my desk in my own home. And I know I keep talking about it like that, but the situation here at my parents' is lovely and wonderful, but it's a temporary situation. I have my own house, which I rent out, and I want to do some construction work on it. So I will be here for a little while longer, but in the meantime, it doesn't mean that I can't think about what I want and how I want the house to look. It'll be my first house on my own in many, many years. This is a first for me for many things in about 15 years. So I decided I wanted this on my desk. So yeah, flat fold, and Lynn's work is fabulous. I can't praise her highly enough. So that was my first finish. I also asked her, because I don't really do finishing myself, although I have bought myself some foam core board and some of the sequins headed pins, because I think I'm going to try some pinning at some point. So Lynn did some lacing for me. So here you go. And this design is a Madame Chantilly. I think it's called The Cat in the Cage. I used, I think, my own threads, and the fabric, I believe, is Picture This Plus fawn. I went through a period where everything that I stitched was on fawn, and I'm probably back to that stage if I could get fawn. So Lynn did a great lacing job, and I just need to organise the frame now. But I'm really pleased with this one. And when I stitched this, the designer also put it on her website, which I was quite flattered by. So yeah, that was my other piece that I got. And then finally, although not really finally, I have another couple of stockings. So this is my April stocking, I think. I think it's the April stocking. Oh Sweet Pea. And we have the beaded hanger, and then the charm for the year at the top, and then the fabric on the back. So yeah. And this is the May stocking. I can't remember what it was called, the May stocking, but this was the one here. Again, the hanger, the beaded hanger and the year. And we have the fabric on the back. And I thought it might be quite nice for me to show you all the stockings so far. Let's have a look. I hope this is going to work. This may not work. I think this is the order that I stitched them in, but yeah. Okay, so there are all the stockings so far. I have to say I love it. And someone in the fans of Blackbird design, someone had asked me, I think I was showing, it might have been actually the new one, the June one. They'd asked me how I was going to display these, and I actually bought, while I was still living in the Netherlands, I bought a wooden tree. So it's actually in one of the packing boxes. If I can find it, I will certainly pull it out to show you. But that's how I think I'm going to display them, is on this wooden tree when I have all 12 of them. This one here is the gift, the poppy one. But yeah, I love them. And I love seeing them finished as well. So yeah, that's all the little stockings that I have done so far this year. And you know, it's a great sense of achievement that every month you have something and it's quite tangible. As you know, I'm not a great finisher, so this is really good and motivating for me. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the haul that I have. So we have some stash enhancements. I have quite a lot, and I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened, but I have quite a lot. A lot of it I think is to do with, I've watched some Flosstube recently, and I saw a lot of finishes and things that I really liked. So the first thing I'd like to show you is a piece of fabric that I bought, and this is Picture This Plus Heritage. I got this from 123 Stitch. It is virtually impossible to get fabric here in the UK. Picture This Plus fabric anyway. So I bought this it's not a big piece, fat eighth of Picture This Plus Heritage. And I'm thinking, although I'm not sure, that I might stitch this on it. I have just the called for threads, but I'm thinking that's what I'm going to stitch on it. I'm not sure. Maybe they just come in at the same time and I thought, oh yeah, they'll be a good match. I'm not sure. So that was first two pieces of haul, the fabric and the chart with the threads. I then was enabled by the lovely Shelley, Key X Stitch, which you've heard me mention a few times. She showed this in one of her videos, the last, I'm not sure, maybe the last 2 or 3 videos ago. And this is the Fragments in Time by Summerhouse Stitchworks. This is, I think, the first one, 2014. I have one of the other ones that I haven't finished at all, but I absolutely loved seeing Shelley's. So I'm sure everyone's seen these, but it's the ones that make up a sampler motifs. Now I couldn't get, I think the called for is Wren, and I couldn't get them. So I went for, in my stash, I didn't have to buy this. I'm thinking I'm going to do it on this piece of Picture This Plus fawn that I have. My favourite colour, fawn. I have the called for threads. Yeah, I've probably got a whole mixture of them, to be fair. Let me see. Yeah. So it's all the kind of colours that I like. And I think that actually might be quite nice on that fabric. So yeah, Shelley totally enabled me. So then I just got the whole lot. The only thing that I did have was the fabric, and the rest I just yeah, gathered up. So yeah, that was another piece of haul. And then I think finally, wait till I just put these in, because I am guaranteed to lose one of the parts. Okay, excuse the rustling and the noise. Thanks for your patience, it's much appreciated. And my final piece of haul is another piece of Picture This Plus, and again I put it in with an order that I had coming from 123 Stitch, and this is a piece of relic. Oh well, that's not the right colour. Yeah, it's quite golden, it really is quite golden. Yeah, so a piece of relic. Now, to be fair, I'm not really looking for a piece of relic. I wanted a piece of Wren, Murky, Legacy. I was looking for anything else, but it is literally impossible. And I messaged Sue from Peakside Needleworks here in the UK to ask her if she could give us an update on what's happening with the Picture This Plus fabric. And she was saying, yeah, they're like 6 months behind. There is a batch at customs, so hopefully we'll have something quite soon. I really like Picture This Plus. I also like Fibre on a Whim. I like R&R, but everything that's hand dyed is becoming more and more difficult to get a hold of. I have one final piece of haul, and it was a book that I picked up off Amazon, and it's this book here. And this book is by Doreen Jones, Floral Folk Art. I can show you, I can't go through the whole book, but at the front, I believe when I checked the book, it gives you an overview of all the projects. And if I just have a quick look, see if I can find it. Yeah, it's called Project Gallery. So I don't know if this is the type of projects that people might be interested in, but I'll certainly show you the one that caught my eye that I think I might stitch. Now I can't see. And the one that I'm wanting to stitch, oh, another couple of pages. And then they've got some frames. The one that I wanted to stitch is this one here at the bottom at the front. See this one here? I thought that was super cute. I don't know when this was published. I've got a feeling it might be quite new. I don't know exactly. Yeah, 2021. February 2021. So if anybody likes that type of aesthetic, you might want to pick up this book. It's a lot of block colours as well, a lot of primary colours, but there's some really nice motifs as well that you could stitch on, and you wouldn't have to do always the backgrounds if you didn't want to. But yeah, some lovely things. So that was my last piece of haul. What I would like to quickly talk about is some Flosstube that I've been watching. The first one is somebody who belongs to part of the under 1000 subscriber club. Amy J's Creations. I'll link her Flosstube below. I think she has maybe about 8 Flosstubes out, and I watched the most current one, and then I went back to the first one to try and get just to find out who she was. So basically she's from the US, although she's living in Switzerland. Oh sorry, I just nudged the camera there, sorry. But she's got a great range of different types of projects, and I think she's quite fun and upbeat, which for me always kind of keeps me engaged with when I'm watching someone or listening if I'm stitching. So I would certainly direct you to go and have a look at her videos. And the other one was something that I saw in the fans of Blackbird Designs. I think the moderator had made a comment about someone making a Flosstube about overdyed threads and washing them. So it was Jean Farish, Needleworks. I will also link that below. It was Flosstube number 45. And what she did was a little bit of an experiment about getting overdyes wet and washing your projects. She's a great proponent of washing all projects. My little dirty secret is that I very rarely wash my cross stitch projects. I'm quite fastidious about making sure that my hands are clean. I don't have any food around me when I'm stitching. I often have water next to me, but I don't have anything else. But she made a very valid point where, well, maybe you don't plan to wash your project, but maybe you spill something or something happens and then you have to try and get the dye out, or you need to know whether you're going to have a problem. And she believes that you should wash the fibres, the threads before you start stitching. I'm not sure I would be concerned about the vibrancy, but on her little experiment that she did, it looked like it's pretty much safe. But I would certainly recommend to go and watch that video. It was very interesting for me as a person, and as a stitcher it was highly enjoyable. So that's the other one that I would recommend. She is in no way under the 1,000 subscriber club. I don't know, she's probably got like 10,000. I think she's very, very popular. I'd also like to thank the people who have bought me a coffee. It's much appreciated. There is a link in the description box, which I believe was broken until someone said to me, I think there's something wrong with your link, which is now sorted, which is good. So thanks very much. And I would like to talk about the SAL that I'm doing with Kim, the Contented Stitcher. Now, Kim and I both have birthdays next month in July. And we had decided that we both wanted to do Tudor Bee. Sorry, this is it here. The blue flower, Tudor Bee. And we just needed to decide on when we were going to do it. And we decided we would start on the 1st of July. Now, Kim's birthday, I believe, is at the beginning of July at some point. Mine is later on in the month. So we're going to start the Tudor Bee SAL. And that will be beginning on the 1st of July. It will be at your own pace. There is no race to get finished. So if you would like to join us, I believe the hashtag is Tudor Bee SAL. And I would like to give away this chart and the threads. So it's the DMC threads, it's not the silks. If someone would like to join in and maybe join Kim and I with the SAL. Now, I have already chosen my fabric. The question is, where did I put my set? Hold please. And I'm back. Okay, so I was so organised, I've already put it in my bee project bag with the frame, and I have, so as you can see here, we have the giveaway one with the threads. And here is my copy, and my threads are in my threads are here. And I am going to stitch mine on. This is Fibre on a Whim, and this is 32 count oatmeal. I have been back and forward about what fabric to use for this project, but I think this is the one I want. I saw Elizabeth Ann can stitch. She's making great progress on hers, and her fabric, is it Legacy? It is a Picture This Plus, and it's very neutral, which is what I thought I wanted. First of all, I didn't have Wren or what I really wanted, so I went through what I have in my stash, and I have a lot of hand-dyed fabric, and I thought actually this one, it's showing up a little bit more greener than it is, but I think this is the one that I'm going to do it on. So if you would like to join in with Kim and I, then please leave a comment below. If I can ask you not to write giveaway, that would be great. I would like you to be a subscriber, but I'm not going to check. And if you can like the video as well, is always good. And if you use the word Tudor. Now, the reason I don't want people to use the word bee is in case, yeah, there is some sort of confusion over the spelling. But if you use the word Tudor, then that's the word I will search for with the random comment picker. This will be open for approximately 2 weeks until my next video. So if today's the 21st, I will most likely film again probably that first week in July. So you'll not get it in time for Kim and I starting on the 1st of July. But if you leave a comment, you'll get it shortly after that. I will post it out. I'm pleased to say that the winner of my last giveaway, Caroline, she's received it, which was great. Didn't take too long to get there. She was based in the UK, but I will ship internationally. It's not a problem. So no matter where you are, if you would like to stitch this chart, I will include the DMC threads. I won't include any fabric. Just use the word Tudor in your comment. Please be over 18 so that you're able to give me your address. And as I say, don't use the comment giveaway or win or anything like that. It's the usual kind of conditions for giveaways. Now we're at the kind of final part. I've kind of yabbered on a lot more than I thought I would. I just wanted to remind everyone that I also do a daily, it's almost like a meme, but it's not always a meme, on Instagram every day in the morning. I like to put up a little quote. The quote can be sometimes funny, it can sometimes be a little food for thought. I hope, if nothing more, it makes you maybe pause and ponder how your day is going to be, how you're going to view your day, and hopefully in a nice positive way, that you will be thoughtful for other people if you are faced with a situation where you need to be like that. But yeah, every day on Instagram, at least for this year, I made a kind of commitment on the beginning of 2021. So the 1st of January, I decided I was going to do something every morning just to kind of get your thoughts in the right path. Doesn't always work like that. Sometimes my thoughts go the other way, but I try with great intentions every morning to have positive thoughts. So that would be really good if you want to nip along. I just put it in the stories. It's not part of my feed. It's just in the stories. It's only there for that day and then it's gone. At the moment I have plenty. I'm a bit worried that as the year goes on I'm going to run out of content. I hope not. But yeah, I think that's all. I feel as if I've talked quite a lot today. I feel as if I had a lot to kind of go over, but I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all taking care of yourself, and I hope you all have some great stitching time in the next couple of weeks. So thanks for stopping by. Bye.